I mean, listen, guys. We're talking about the potential for war in Europe. I mean, let's really take a moment to understand the significance of what we're talking about. It's been over 70 years. And through those 70 years, as I mentioned yesterday, there has been peace and security. We are talking about the real possibility of war in Europe. So our position is for us very clear, which is as a leader, which we have been, bringing together the allies, working together around our collective and unified position, that we would all, not just prefer, we desire, we believe it is in the best interest of all that there is a diplomatic end to this moment.
Vice President Kamala Harris is copping a lot of heat following a press conference in Munich. The VP's trip to Europe has been widely condemned as unprepared as she attempts to address the crisis brewing on Ukraine's border. Harris has been in Munich to meet with European leaders with the aim of securing a united front in the event that Vladimir Putin invades Ukraine. That clip of Kamala Harris has been ripped apart on social media, with many users claiming she is not the right person to address the critical foreign policy moment. Matt Whitlock wrote, "Sending perpetually unprepared Kamala Harris over to attempt to quell geopolitical crisis is such an outrageous move." Sean Parnell said, "This word salad, may God help us all. We are being led by total buffoons." Texas Senator Ted Cruz also hit out at the VP. He said, "How seriously does the Biden admin take our national security? On the brink of a potential war in Europe, they used a security conference as a photo op for Kamala and then leaked to the press that she was totally unqualified to be there." Congressman Lance Gooden took the opportunity to remind his followers about Harris's previous work on the crisis at the southern border. He wrote, "Kamala Harris couldn't solve the border crisis, so why did Joe Biden send her to Europe to solve the Russia-Ukraine crisis?" And Fox News co-host of Outnumbered, Kayleigh McEnany, on the weekend poked fun at the White House sending Harris on the high-stakes trip.
Putting Vice President Kamala Harris in charge of stopping a war in Ukraine is like putting Hillary Clinton in charge of iPhone security. I mean, it just simply is not going to work. I mean, this person, we talk a lot about the Russia-Ukraine border, but we talk very little, other than here at Fox and in some other outlets, about the U.S. southern border. This was the border czar, Kamala Harris. And what did we get from her valiant activity on the southern border? We got the most encounters in January that we've had in 20 years. We got 1.7 million encounters last year, again, a record high on the southern border. But the border czar, do you guys remember when she said this to Lester Holt?
We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I mean, I don't understand the point that you're making.
So she hasn't been to Europe. Well, now she's in Europe trying to stop World War III. And forgive me if I'm less than hopeful that she has the skill and the acuity to stop the war. I hope she does.